Soft, melancholic piano music begins playing, reminiscent of a faded photograph. Honestly, darlings, it's rather exhausting, isn't it, to perpetually maintain standards? Most people simply don't comprehend the exquisite agony of seeking perfection, the sheer torment of encountering mediocrity. It's a plight, a curse, truly. Back home in, well, let's just say a place where autumn always smelled of smoke and regret, my grandmother Baba Anya used to say, "A chipped teacup holds no warmth, child." Utterly profound, and Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, oh, it was brimming with chipped teacups. Darling, it was a factory of chipped teacups, and I foolishly thought I deserved a porcelain set. You see, I'm accustomed to provision. My father, he always ensured the finest things, the absolute finest. Not because of vanity, of course, but a fundamental respect for quality, a belief that one deserves to be surrounded by beauty. Do you agree, lovelies? Do you too believe in curated excellence? So, when I began to plan my postgraduate studies, naturally, I focused on institutions with a reputation. And this university presented itself so beautifully. The brochures, glossy, buoyant, full of promises of intellectual stimulation. Oh, the irony. But the first tremor, the subtle cracking of that porcelain illusion, came with the finances. They partnered with this entity, Unicaf. It sounded on the surface accommodating, monthly payments, manageable. But oh, the strings, the exquisitely crafted, soul-crushing strings. I opted for the 12-month plan, quite sensibly, I thought. £30 a month service fee, plus £90 per module, 3 modules, so £270. £630 total in service fees. Which, upon closer inspection, and Baba Anya always insisted on close inspection, was utterly nonsensical. Imagine, sweethearts, deciding to settle your account promptly, believing prudence should be rewarded. You think I'll pay it all in 6 months, save myself some fees, but no. The universe, or rather Liverpool John Moores University, apparently adheres to a different, crueler logic. You still pay the full 12 months of service fees. They couldn't explain why. It was a decree, monetary extortion veiled in academic authority. Honestly, it felt predatory. As if they were counting on my naivete, or worse, my distress. They feed off of the distress, and they won't even shed a tear. It's appalling, truly. I recall a cold autumn evening thinking about this as I reminisce of my grandmother's home. The way the wind would change how the lights flicker, it made me miss those times. It gets worse, naturally, it always does. Remember what I said about chipped teacups? Well, imagine a house built of them, a house with no foundation. The student union, they called it, a cruel jest, non-existent, a phantom limb of an organization offering nothing, fostering no camaraderie. I just wanted connection, a little spark of belonging. Back in my old neighborhood in Transylvania, everyone knew everyone. Story swapping, soup sharing, a sense of collective warmth. Here, I might as well have been orbiting Pluto. The accommodation, oh, don't even begin. Widely scattered buildings, impersonal, sterile, designed, I suspect, to discourage any semblance of community. And the loneliness, dearest ones, it was a tangible thing, a cold weight in my chest. If you weren't already entrenched in a clique, you race stuck, and they simply didn't care. Oh, they pretended with their perfunctory emails and hollow platitudes, but the student well-being team, useless. The accommodation team, equally indifferent. You're just a number, a revenue stream, not a human being with complex emotions and basic needs. I remember thinking that they purposely didn't want us to have friends so they wouldn't hold us accountable. What do you think? In the lectures, the spectral absence of actual instruction. Contact hours so low,
Tea was practically an exercise in self-teaching. I'd sit there in those vast, echoing lecture halls feeling utterly adrift, like a character in a Czechian tragedy. You pay for something you don't get, a ghost of an education. I found myself entangled with UpGrad, as did many unfortunate souls. A program where they actively blocked and refused my request to cancel before even starting. Before. Oh, I was just looking into scams near Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, and like it so sad. People come here thinking it all fun, but some businesses, they just take advantage. So businesses near Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, sometimes, they trick tourists with fake prices. Like this one souvenir shop, oh my god, they had these cute little Liverpool FC scarves, right? But when the tourist went to pay, the price was double what was on the tag. The shopkeeper just shrugged and said, "Oh, that tag is old." And the tourist, they probably felt so stupid, like, why didn't I check? But they paid anyway because they were embarrassed. And the shopkeeper, probably still doing it, laughing all the way to the bank. And then, oh my god, restaurants near Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, some of them add service charges to your bill without telling you. Like this one family, they ordered fish and chips, simple, right? But when the bill came, there was an extra 10 tourist fee. A tourist fee? Really? They probably argued, but the waiter just said it's policy. So they paid, left, and never came back. And the restaurant, still there, probably scamming the next group. Oh, and taxis. Oh, taxis near Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, are the worst. Some drivers take the long way on purpose. Like this one student just wanted to go from the university to their hotel, should be been 5 minutes. But the driver went in circles, and the meter kept going up and up. The student, they probably didn't even realize until it was too late. And the driver, probably laughing like another one fooled. It's just so unfair. People come here for a nice time, and some businesses just see them as walking wallets. Makes me so sad. Like, why can't everyone just be honest? But no, near Liverpool John Moores University, Liverpool, you gotta be careful. Always check the bill, always ask the price first. Because some people, they just don't care.
The grim reality of businesses near Liverpool John Moores University. If you're expecting a warm welcome near Liverpool John Moores University, prepare for disappointment. The business is here. They're a masterclass in mediocrity with a side of frustration. Overpriced, underwhelming, and often outright neglectful, this is what you're walking into. Let's start with Liverpool 1. Shopping here feels like stepping into a dystopian mall where joy goes to die. Parking, a daylight robbery scheme. One visitor called it extortionate, and honestly, that's being kind. The place is so poorly managed that people park wherever they want, blocking parent and child spaces without a care. And if you dare to carry a bag, security might treat you like a criminal. One reviewer with mental health struggles was followed around, accused of theft before even leaving. The vibe, anonymous and windy, as one person perfectly described it, not exactly the shopping experience dreams are made of. Then there's Mary on Bold Street, where the food has a 50-50 chance of either poisoning you or just tasting like regret. Multiple people reported getting violently ill after eating here, some even missed work because of it. And when they complained, the restaurant's response was colder than their supposedly fresh sea bass. One diner was told their off-tasting fish was how the dish was supposed to taste, right before they threw it up in a bush. The menu is pretentious, the portions laughably small, and the prices. You could fly to Greece and eat like royalty for what they charge for 3 meatballs. Now, The Alchemist, where cocktails go to lose their soul. This place markets itself as a mixology haven, but the reality, pre-mixed drinks served with a side of indifference. One couple booked for their anniversary, expecting a quiet, intimate evening. Instead, they walked into what felt like a budget nightclub, complete with deafening music and a crowd that made them turn right back around. And if you're unlucky enough to order a gin and tonic, you might get flat tonic water from a pump, something you'd expect at a dodgy pub, not a prestigious bar. The staff, one bartender reportedly used the toilet, skipped washing his hands, and went straight back to making drinks. Classy. Urban Calm Liverpool is anything but calm, more like urban chaos. This salon specializes in disappointment, whether it's canceling appointments without telling you, botching treatments, or cutting corners, literally. One woman left with bleeding toes after a pristine pedicure turned into a horror show. Another had her lash lift fail completely, only for the staff to blame her instead of their shoddy work. And if you dare to be late, they'll turn you away even if you've been a loyal customer for years. The only thing urban about this place is the level of stress it induces. Finally, Mowgli Street food, where authenticity goes to die, the food. Watery, bland, and suspiciously sweet, like someone dumped sugar into a curry and called it Indian. One diner described their butter chicken as some random chicken curry, and honestly, that's